Okay, so this video is sponsored by myself. I created this course on Solana developing on Udemy, so you can check the link in the description to get this course. Also, I have a collection of NFTs and I create characters. For example, this is the dog people. The idea is that in a dystopic future, a bad AI created this character that is a mix of dog genes and some high intelligent primate. So you can check the art and hope you like it. It's just the conceptual art. So let's start. Okay, so welcome to this tutorial on how to create your DAO. Disclaimer, this is not a legal advice, developer advice, consultation, or any type of advice. Do your own research. Okay, so let's start. What you learn in this tutorial? What is a DAO? How can your DAO be registered? What are the options? Which countries? Which entities? Which legal entities are available? And how does a DAO operate? Keep in mind that blockchain is evolving very fast and all regulations can change. Now, you can register your DAO in the US, in Singapore, in Bahamas, Panama, and a lot of countries like Switzerland, etc. What is a DAO or DAC? A decentralized autonomous organization is a DAO and is the same thing as a DAC, that is a decentralized autonomous corporation. So it's an organization that is ruled by a community, governed by a community. Community take the role that a traditional company will have board members. So they have voting power and they are not controlled by any central government or institution. They use smart contracts. So for example, revenue share, vote, and smart contracts also deploy real-world actions. All DAOs transactions are public, they have records, and are verifiable. So this can be an advantage or a disadvantage. The future of DAO. Legislation is unclear, both work similar as a regular company, but instead the owners is a community. DAO governance. Users must own some tokens to be able to have voting power. Membership can be exchanged if the tokens change of owner or transfer. Okay, so here is a list of some notable DAOs. Dash, Steam, for example, Uniswap is a very popular DeFi ecosystem built upon Ethereum. It has an exchange and an automated market making, AMM, and it was launched in November 2018. Let's see some history DAO facts. Wyoming was the first state in the US that accepted DAOs in July 1st, 2021. So you can register a DAO LCC limited liability company for only $100 in the Wyoming, US state. The DAO was a project built upon Ethereum in 2016 and was hacked. So this hack created the Ethereum hard fork and they created Ethereum Classic with the hacked blockchain, and the normal Ethereum, they recover the assets and they give it back to the owners. Why a DAO must be a legal entity? It's very important for a DAO to sign transactions and contracts. So for example, if the DAO buys a property, a real estate property, the DAO is the owner of that property. Also, to be registered as a limited liability company that you can do in a lot of countries and the US. And the same example, to buy some acres, to build a facility, a city, and being the DAO a legal entity, the owner of that facility or that real estate property. Now let's see some non-incorporated DAO legal risk. Judicial liability risk. Okay, so the judicial liability risk. Some non-incorporated DAO can be recognized as a general partnership and is liable in some cases to pay with all their members' assets. So you need to act in goodwill, but you need to register your DAO as a limited liability company. So all the members doesn't pay for if one member doesn't do what is correct, that member should pay, but not all the DAO. Tax liability risk. all members of a DAO will face fines or tax-related penalties. So if the DAO doesn't pay these taxes, all the members will need to pay using their assets, their money to pay for the DAO. So the DAO must be an LLC. So the DAO, if there is an issue, the DAO goes to zero, but not all the members with their properties, houses, etc. Now let's see financial crime risk. A DAO funded by unknown sources and without using proper verification could lead to criminal investigation for financial crimes. Imagine that the source of the funding was illegal. So if that is illegal, all the DAO will be prosecuted and all the members will be prosecuted. So it must be registered as an LLC, because you don't know if one member has a source of income that you cannot verify, and that puts in risk all the members. So it must be a legal entity with the proper permissions. DAO capabilities, some initial ideas. NFT projects that do revenue share, but there are also a lot of projects that are doing revenue share with NFTs and they are not DAOs. Using AI for trading, for example, a futuristic city that is now building. Some projects are building this. Revenue share, NFT staking, liquidity pool, buying more tokens, so your community can sell the tokens they receive as staking reward, for example. DeFi. So remember, all these capabilities are also possible without a DAO entity. Okay, so what basic features should first generation DAO have? These are some list of ideas I have that are like the basic foundations of a DAO. They must do revenue share, voting power with tokens. They must have strong tokenomics, limited scope, real project and real product, a real utility token, and an epic white paper. Also, not a financial advice. Do your own research. DAOs, pros and advantages. Okay, so some big advantages of DAO is transparent and public decision making, decentralization, efficiency by removing central institutions, and community empowerment. You empower the thing you love most, your community. Finally, you can register for a DAO in Wyoming. Here the registration to file online, and you start now. It costs $100. Also, you can register your DAO on Singapore. I recommend that, or Bahamas and other countries like Switzerland.